Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
Now Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Patrick,
well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Slide, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hill escaping the pressure right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Hill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hill now operating from the red zone. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
13-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. We're scoreless after one.
End of the first quarter with no score.
From the gun on 3rd, Hill. And that's caught by Smith. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and goal, Hill to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Punching it in from a yard away. Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line. A second-round pick from Ohio State. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Hill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
His pass.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out right at the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights in it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Malcolm Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Brings up second and 1 at the 17-yard line.
Hill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down. And the Saints add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Working with second and 5 now.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Jackson on the keeper.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
On the carry.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Operating from the gun. Hill out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And gives him a nice pickup. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now it's Hill off the bootleg. And he locates Josh Hill complete. And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up first and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. At the
second down and goal. Hill to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's third and goal.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB,
Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that fourth down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the fourth quarter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
That's good
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Here we go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Complete.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throw left side complete. It's Sanders. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
At the 2-yard
so they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Wants to try to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Saints 28, Ravens nothing.